pumpkin Rice Krispie treats. Because I thought this would be great for, you know, Halloween parties coming up, for all you people that like to have Halloween parties. And yeah, this is just a great treat to make. It's simple, easy, great tasting, and I know a lot of people like Rice Krispie treats, so, you know, here we go. So, for this recipe, you'll need 6 cups of Rice Krispie cereal, 4 cups of mini marshmallows, half a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, 3 tablespoons of butter, a fourth a cup of pumpkin puree, and you need to dry it out a little bit for this recipe. So what I did was I did a thick layer of paper towel, and then I kind of spread it out on there, and then I let it sit for about 45 minutes to collect as much moisture out of the pumpkin puree as possible. And then for decorations, I have about 3/4 of a cup of little orange white chocolate melts. And then I have these cute little sprinkles that I found at Joann's. They're nice and festive, so I thought those would be cute. And then other things, materials that you'll need a 9x13 pan, this big giant saucepan, a little half teaspoon, a spatula that can withstand heat so we don't melt our spatula again, this thing for, you know, the spices, and then parchment paper. Alright, so now we're going to shift over to our stove to start. Alright, so now that we've shifted over to the stove, first thing is you're going to want to put your 3 tablespoons of butter in there, and then you're going to turn the heat up to about medium-low, so in between low and medium. And then we're just going to melt this down for a little bit. So this is going to take a second because obviously the pot is cold, so you need to wait for it to heat up so that the butter melts. So yeah, we're just going to wait a couple seconds. Now that our butter is fully melted, now we're going to add our 4 cups of marshmallows. Ooh, -1, but pumpkin will get that. And we're just going to mix this together. And you want to make sure that you do this on medium-low heat or low heat, because first time I ever made Rice Krispie treats was an epic fail, because I completely scorched my marshmallows and I was real sad. So yeah, we do it on low heat. It takes a little bit longer, but you won't scorch your marshmallows that way. So we're just gonna, you know, mix it around a little bit and give it a couple seconds to just kind of like heat up the marshmallows by itself. And then occasionally we will stir them, like so. I feel like this is a really good recipe, you know, that you could do with your kids and stuff. If you have kids. If you're my age, it's still fun. So, yeah. It's just a really easy recipe that everyone enjoys, unless people don't like marshmallows, but there are some people that don't like marshmallows. Sad, but true. Alright, so these are starting to get more melty looking. They're not fully melted yet, but once they get to that point, then we're going to add our spices and our pumpkin, and we're going to mix that in. But we just need to make sure that this gets all melted down nicely. Okay, so now that this is pretty melted, We're gonna add in our pumpkin real quick. And I'm actually going to remove this from the stove, or from the heat I should say, not the stove, because it's starting to bubble. And that's when you gotta work really fast or else it's gonna scorch on the bottom, which we don't want. And then I'm gonna add in our spices. And then finally, I'm going to add in our cereal. And you're just gonna mix this until it's fully combined and until all the cereal is completely covered in the marshmallow mixture. Alright, so this looks pretty good. So now we're going to go back over to the main table and we're going to put this in our little pan. So yeah, let's move on over there. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, so we're just going to pour this into our pan. Careful not to burn yourself because the pan is still pretty hot on the bottom. And then, we're just going to take some parchment paper, like so, and you're just going to spread this as evenly as possible in your pan. And then, at this point, you can either be done, or if you want to be a little creative and make it cute like, right now while it's still warm, you can take your little sprinkles and sprinkle them across the top so that they stick to it. Alright, that's good. And then, well now, I'm going to show you how to melt down the chocolate. And we'll put that on top. So, I have about 3/4 of a cup. You can use a cup, you can use half a cup, however much you want. And then I have this little pastry bag, which I forgot to mention in the beginning. But you'll probably need this. And if you don't have a pastry bag, you can use a Ziploc bag too and just fill it with the chocolate. But to make the chocolate a little bit softer, so it doesn't harden as much once it dries, we're going to add maybe about half a tablespoon of oil. And then I'm just going to real quick melt this in the microwave. So what you'll do is you'll do about 30 seconds, mix it, 30 more seconds, mix it, 30 seconds until it fully melts. Okay, so what I did was I added a little bit more oil to this because it wasn't where I wanted it to be as far as texture. I wanted it to be real smooth and in a ribbon-like state. So that's where basically you can like drizzle it and it almost creates like a ribbon-like effect when you're drizzling it. So we're just going to fill our bag like so, and then we're going to cut it at the very, very tip. And this just makes it easier for when you're drizzling. I like more of like a uniform drizzle where I can control where it goes versus when you just take like a spatula and you just go woo. So this is like more controlled. So this is why I do it in a bag. And then we're just gonna go over the top like so. Oop. And there we have it. It's all done now. So, like I said, the chocolate is optional and the sprinkles are optional. You can just have the Rice Krispies, you know, how they are. They're pretty good that way. But like, I like the white chocolate because it gives it a little bit more of a sweetness with the spice. And then, yeah, it's festive-like for Halloween. So there's that, and I'm just going to let this dry a little bit, the chocolate, before I cut into it, and then we'll plate it, and you'll get to see how nice and cute it looks. Yay! Alright, so give it like 5-10 minutes. This is what they should look like. Oh, if they don't fall apart. 1 second. Let me actually get a spatula. That one looks real sad, but these ones look a lot better. Yeah. So let's get that one out of there. Oh, look how nice those look. Yay! So this is what they should look like. Yay! Alright, so that was today's episode. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. And yeah, you should try this at home. If you like what you see, subscribe please. And like my video. Well, I hope you guys all have a safe and happy Halloween week and Halloween party with whatever you're doing this weekend or whatever. You know, hopefully you're enjoying yourself, being safe. And you have a great day. Bye!